What's up, YouTubers? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, they're going to be talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo just won the 2019 MVP. So let's see what they have to say about that.
Now, guys, we do have some breaking news also. Comes in the form of a Woj bomb. Adrian Wojnarowski reporting the breaking news that Giannis has been named MVP of the 2019 season, this being his second consecutive award. So, Stephen A., I'll start with you. Your reaction.
He deserves it.
Well, I'm happy for him. He played hard. He was the reigning league MVP, and he came out and tried to prove that he was worthy of it, that he deserved it. He averaged like 29 and 13 during the regular season. Milwaukee was the number one seed. They were thriving before the last weekend prior to the play being stalled because of the pandemic. So I understand from a numbers perspective why he would get this award. It was very predictable that it would happen, but he did not get my vote, and I have a vote. I voted for LeBron James. I thought that LeBron James deserved to be league MVP this year. I thought the way he led the Lakers, being the number one seed in the Western Conference, which is superior to the East. I think the way that he has led this team, the way that he has had them buy in from day one of this NBA season, I can't say enough about the leadership that he has exhibited and exuded throughout this year. No matter what personnel, no matter what personalities, or whatever the case may be, him playing alongside Anthony Davis, but still doing the things that he did, leading the league in assists, playing the minutes that he played at age 35, his 17th season in the league.
And let's not forget about no load management.
Like I've said on many, many occasions, I could be critical of shot selection from time to time. I could be critical of his three-point shooting. I could be critical of sometimes his hesitancy to get to a free throw line, etc., etc. But what you can never be critical of is that this man is a superstar personified, and he has never cheated us. Every time he steps into an arena, he's always ready to play. Sometimes he plays better than others, obviously, but he's always in shape. He's always in condition. He's always conditioned, rather. He's always focused. He doesn't cheat us. And I think that when you see the Western Conference that he plays in and the challenges that he had available to him, and knowing that he was gearing for the postseason as well, but still did what he did during the regular season, I don't think there's any question in my mind that LeBron James deserved the MVP. I understand why Giannis got it because everybody's looking at numbers and the fact that Milwaukee was the number one overall seed. But I never thought that he deserved it over LeBron James this year. To me, LeBron James is my MVP. But I'm happy Giannis is a good guy, and I wish him nothing but the best.
So I'm going to have to disagree with Stephen A. Smith somewhat. I do believe that Giannis Antetokounmpo deserved the MVP, and that's why I'm happy he got it. So if you take Giannis off of the Milwaukee Bucks might be one step above trash. Now, if you take LeBron James off of the LA Lakers will still be a playoff team because they still have Anthony Davis there. So I think it's the most valuable player, not who's the best player. So I'd have to go with Giannis Antetokounmpo being the most valuable player to his team. So let's take a quick look at their stats real quick. So Giannis Antetokounmpo put up 29.5 points a game. That's fifth overall. He put up 13.6 rebounds. That's second overall. He put up 5.6 assists. That's 23rd overall. And his PER is 31.94. That's number one overall. So needless to say, Giannis has some very strong numbers. Let's take a quick look at LeBron James' numbers. So he averaged 25.3 points a game. That's 12th overall. 7.8 rebounds. That's 22nd overall. 10 assists, 10.2 assists. That's first overall. And his PER is 25.55. And that's seventh overall. So needless to say, both of those guys are ballers, but Giannis's numbers are just a little bit more better. And combine that with him having the number one team in the East and the number one team overall, combined with him being the only player on his team of his cloth, I think Giannis Antetokounmpo definitely deserves the MVP. And I'm not taking anything away from LeBron James because LeBron James really balled out this year. He took care of business. So let's continue.
You know what, Stephen A., I hate when I come on this show and I have to agree with you. I really come on this show to argue with you a lot of the times, but when you're right, you're right. Look, congratulations to Giannis. Do I think he should have won the MVP? No, I said he's the most dominant player. If you want to go on analytics and all these PERs that this new age has came up with, and he set records like, Kareem and Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain and all that. But when you talk about the most valuable player, You got to look at the situation. And my most valuable vote was LeBron James. I mean, if you just think about the impact that he had on this Los Angeles Lakers team, number one in the tough Western Conference, you had multiple guys, his peers, guys that was not on his team. When they were asked, who is your MVP, they said LeBron James because they know the impact that he brings on the team. Now, I think that what ended up happening was that because he have another top 5 guy in Anthony Davis, that he got discredited a lot, and guys said that he had AD, and that probably persuade people from voting for him. But
Yeah, and that's rightfully so. I mean, like I said, Giannis doesn't have anybody like that. If you take off Giannis, who's going to be the MVP or the backup guy that is of, Giannis Antetokounmpo's cloth that you would vote for? Versus if you go to LA, if you take off LeBron James, like I said before, Anthony Davis could be easily be the MVP and the guy that's taking care of business and the guy everybody looks up to. So, like I said, I think, and I'm glad that the MVP went to Giannis Antetokounmpo. So let's continue.
I don't understand the MVP voting anymore. I don't know the criteria of it because every year the goalpost is shifted and moved in different directions. Because, no disrespect to the great Steve Nash, but I could recall at a time, where he averaged around about 15 points and 10 rebounds, and Kobe Bryant was playing with Smush Parker and Kwame Brown, and he carried the Lakers to the playoffs, averaging around 35 points a game, and he was the clear-cut MVP.
Yup, I remember that. Kobe Bryant.
At the time, but they said that Steve Nash was the most valuable because what would he be without the Phoenix Suns? I said, well, look at the talent that he had around him. He had better talent than what Kobe had. So, I don't know the criteria for the MVP no more. I don't know because it gets shifted every single year. It's because it is. Because one could make a case that when LeBron James was in the Eastern Conference, he could have won it 8 straight years in a row. But hey, who am I to say it? But congratulations to Giannis. I'm pretty sure